Well, we know Dan Jiggett's Bears Kool-Aid glass is always half full. Jiggs and all of us were certainly encouraged today when we heard that Loveys say they expect Jay Cutler to return before the end of the regular season. But with the information we received about Cutler's broken thumb, that might be wishful thinking. In our partnership with Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, Chris Bowden talked to a hand specialist who broke down the timetable and the challenges that face the quarterback.
Thanks very much. Our friends at Midwest Orthopedics at Rush are going to talk us through Jay Cutler's thumb surgery. This is Dr. Mark Cohen, who's the director of elbow and hand surgeries. And doctor, when you hear the Bears talking about returning in 6 weeks, they won't reveal probably the nature, the details of the injury until after the surgery is done. But when you hear 6 weeks, maybe ready before the end of the season, what does that tell you about where the injury occurred?
It means to me that he has a broken bone, and most likely the bone fragments have separated. Hairline fractures really can typically heal in about 4 weeks. When you're talking 6 weeks, it's most commonly a broken bone in which the fracture fragments have separated or shifted. So this to me means that it's a significant bony fracture, and 6 weeks is a general time for bones that have broken apart or displaced to mend together and heal.
With the information we have and the replays that you saw from the actual play, where do you think the injury occurred and what needs repairing here?
You know, it's hard to speculate, but as best as I can appreciate, he fell onto his outstretched hand. And as you can see, and as we all know, the thumb is separate from the fingers. And when you fall, the thumb typically gets pulled away from the hand or pulled away from its normal position. That usually results in an injury to the joint that connects the thumb to the hand, or the joint that connects the thumb and the hand to the wrist. That's where the force is usually taken up when the thumb is pulled away, such as a fall that he had.
Normally in surgeries like that, what are we looking at in terms of how long he has a cast on and the challenge of rehabbing once that cast is up, particularly at the position that he plays?
Yeah, well, that's the problem. This is the thumb of a throwing athlete, and that's the difficulty is approximately 6 weeks for the bones to mend, but then he has to get back his mobility and his function and his strength. He has to have enough mobility to place his thumb away from his hand to encircle the football. And then he has to get back to throwing without pain. He needs strength. He's got to reestablish his mechanics of throwing. So 6 weeks for the bone to heal, but we're probably talking closer to 7 or 8 for return to play.
All right, doctor, thanks for the insight. We appreciate it. That's Dr. Mark Cohen at Midwest Orthopedics at Rush. We'll send it back to you.